everyone. I am Stephanie Schmidt and I am so excited to have you here for our Back to School with doTERRA event. So what is doTERRA? Well, we're going to cover more of that tomorrow, who doTERRA is, but mainly we are known for our essential oils, and you should have your sample pack. If you don't have it yet, it should arrive to you soon, and be sure to grab it and have it ready for anytime you're watching these videos. So take a minute, pause this video, go grab your wild orange and your peppermint sample, and we'll begin. Alright, so back to school is a time of year that the germs come back and you're go and you're getting back into the swing of things. So a lot of times moms are looking for easy things that are effective and cost-effective as well. And essential oils are another natural, cost-effective, and great resource and tool to have on hand. So it doesn't have to be back to school. It could be for anyone and for all ages. But why not we talk about back to school? Most of the oils we're going to talk about, most of the things you're sampling are perfect for this time of year, and they're perfect for everyone in the family, including the pets sometimes. So today we are going to cover what essential oils are and how to use them. What essential oils are. Essential oils are aromatic compounds that are from different parts or pieces of a plant, and they are steam distilled or pressed to extract the oil. All right? So what parts of a plant are used to create these oils? It could be the peels, the leaves, it could be the stems, it could be the bark, or even seeds or roots of a plant. So for today's two oils, the ones that are steam distilled, are both wild orange and peppermint. And they're using the peel of the wild orange to get the oil and the leaf of the peppermint. And we've all been around essential oils before. You're probably going, I have. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But you have in one form or another. If you've had fresh cut flowers in your home, if you have peeled an orange, when you're extracting that, taking that peel off, you see those little bursts. That is the oil sacs being opened and torn open and released into the air, and you're smelling that beautiful smell. Well, the peppermint, the same way. You take a leaf, you rub it between your fingers, you're going to smell that on your fingers because you're extracting the oils by breaking those oil sacs open. All right, so these two oils are a couple of my favorites because of the benefits that they have. Now, we might go, okay, I have my own oranges, what if I had my own way to extract the oils? Well, there's a lot that goes into that, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So for today's purposes, just think about the fact that they are cost effective because it would take 28 cups of peppermint tea. Again, 28 cups of peppermint tea to equal 1 drop of peppermint oil. Yeah, 1 drop. Now, I don't know about you, but 28 cups of peppermint tea would be a lot of tea. I'd be running to the bathroom all day long, and I can't afford to do that. So, if I'm needing the benefits, I'm not going to be drinking that much tea. I'm going to go with a 1 drop of peppermint oil to help support my body. Plus, on top of that, the cost of 28 cups of tea versus 1 drop is 6 cents per drop. Okay? Now there are about 280 drops in a normal 15 large bottle here. Okay? Your little sample vials, which should look like these, or a little bit smaller, they're probably going to have less. They're probably going to have maybe 15 to 20 drops unless your person sharing filled them all the way, then you're going to have some more. But again, they're very cost effective. And if you're like me and you're living on a budget or school just started and you have all these fees to pay for sports and different things, you're going to want the cost effective benefits. All right, now we talked about what essential oils are, how effective they are, but did you know they're 50 to 70 times more potent and stronger than that herb? So that's why when you're wanting to grow your own, it's not going to be the same. The oil itself is going to be a lot stronger than just brewing, like we mentioned, 28 cups of tea. A little goes a long way. So next, I want to show you in your little sample pack, should have one of these, and it talks about each day what we're sampling, okay? Then you should have this little brochure, and that we just covered point number 1, which is talking about what essential oils are. Now we're going to talk about point number 3. We're going to get back to number 2 tomorrow when we talk more about doTERRA and the benefits of using doTERRA because of how they source and where they source and how they get their oils that way. And then also why they are more effective than other oils out there. But we're going to focus on the 3 main ways to use your essential oils. So be sure to have them handy. If you're using your little sample vials here, I tighten this really well. You're going to look at the tops here of our peppermint. They're going to be a little different. So when you go and purchase your first oil kit, you're going to see that your little tops are a little different. So we have a different stopper here for allowing your oils to come out than here. This one is a smaller little hole, which means you're going to tap 4 times to equal 1 drop, normal drop, because the hole is so small. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to get the full benefits. Do it 4 times. Otherwise, you don't have to, especially if you're just getting started and peppermint is a little bit stronger, you could just do 1 tap and you're okay. So just opening, we are smelling it. It's called aromatic. You can just smell it right now this way. Now another way to use it aromatically is putting it into a diffuser here, okay? You could also put it on your shirt, on a scarf. You could put it on a cotton ball. You could put some in a spray bottle with some water and spray it on your linens at night. So it's another way to use it aromatically. Now, another way to use it aromatically plus our second way to use it topically is by putting a drop, and we're going to do both of them. So grab your samples. You've opened your bottles. Ooh, I can smell them right now. So you could probably smell that peppermint and that wild orange as you open it. You're going to take, I'm going to show you with your small bottles here, and I'm going to do 4 taps. You're going to take your peppermint and you're going to do 4 taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to take my wild orange and I'm going to do 4 taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see wild orange has some of that orangey hue to it. I'm going to rub it around my hands. So this is topical. You're putting it on your skin, but you're also smelling it. So take a minute and inhale. So it's one of my favorite ways to use it in the middle of the day. If I'm needing to just uplift and re-energize or refocus. You can also take your hands, if you've got it on the back of your neck, and rub it on the back of your neck. Peppermint's also going to naturally cool you down. And wild orange is naturally going to help cleanse, but also wake you up a little bit. Any of our citrus oils will do that. And then when you pair that wild orange with the peppermint, the effects are just that much more potent and stronger that together they're going to be a great focus and energy blend. So if you have kids at home that come home and they're just kind of like, oh, I need a snack and I don't want to do my homework, I don't want to focus, or you're even at work and you don't want to focus, try putting a little bit of this on your hands and smell and rub it on the back of your neck, and it's going to help immensely. It's going to be a very great, cost-effective, and natural way to help you calm and focus. It's also going to help those kiddos out. All right. Now the other thing is it's very invigorating for waking up in the morning. So if you have children or spouse or yourself that struggles to get out of bed, try putting these on your nightstand tonight And in the morning, open them up and start smelling and see if that helps get you going in the morning. The other thing is you could put a couple drops on a washcloth and put it in your shower and let the steam just get that into your lungs, into your bloodstream, and invigorate you and help you to focus and have a great morning. When you're using peppermint topically, be sure to wash your hands afterwards. Don't rub in your eyes. Tell your kiddos to wash their hands if they're using them. Or just apply some fractionated coconut oil, because topically peppermint can kind of have a cooling effect. So it's could feel hot or cool, mainly cool. And it might tingle a little bit, especially for little ones because their body's a little more sensitive. And if you're wondering about diluting is what we call using in carrier oil, like our fractionated coconut oil. So I have a pump on mine. If you don't have fractionated coconut oil, you just rub it in and it'll help kind of with that cooling, tingling sensation. It'll calm that down. But it's also going to help when you apply your oils. Put a little in your hand, put your peppermint. It's not going to be as strong of that sensation. It does not mean the oils are not working. It just helps keep those aromatic, we said they're aromatic compounds, keeps them more going into the skin, penetrating those barriers and getting deeper into cellular level, and you're going to lose less. So you're going to get more for your money that way. And then it's going to work a little bit more effectively and efficiently. There's no right or wrong with those unless it tells you it's an oil that needs to be used. And you'll know that when you purchase your first doTERRA welcome kit, you're going to get a little brochure and it's going to show you the 3 different ways how you can use that oil, and it'll let you know if you need to dilute it or not. If you don't have fractionated coconut oil, olive oil will work, almond oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. Those are all great things to use as well to dilute. When you get your normal doTERRA bottles, the label is going to say supplement facts. If it does not say supplement facts, that means it just says information, and it'll tell you about the plant and where the oil came from, what plant it came from. But the supplement facts means you can take it internally, and it'll also tell you further down for if it's not for internal use, it'll say for aromatic, like we said, for a diffuser or putting it on your skin, topical use only. But when it is for internal, it'll tell you for internal use to put 1 drop in 4 ounces of fluid. Okay. So there are 2 different ways to use it internally. The first way is to just put a drop or 2 in your mouth. And if you're new to oils, I don't recommend that because they're a little strong. But the other way, and one of my favorite ways, is by either putting it in some water or a gel capsule. Okay? So in water, we're going to grab our samples, and you can do this with me. It's a great thing to do in the morning. It's a great thing to do in the middle of the day. It's something you could do after a meal, a heavy meal, or if your tummy is feeling upset or your kiddos' tummies are feeling upset, this is a great option. So again, with your peppermint and your wild orange, remember 4 taps on the bottom will equal 1. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you note, this is a glass. It is not plastic or styrofoam, and there's a reason for that. So with internal use, we talked about them being strong. You want to make sure you're not putting it in plastic or styrofoam, because it'll eat the plastic and styrofoam and break it down, and over time that's going to get into your water, and you don't want that because there are a lot of toxins and nasty things in there, and we don't want that. The reason they're breaking them down, we talked about the potency and the strength of them. They are natural and they are strong, and they're going to help get rid of some of those germs and break down toxins, because that's what citrus oils do specifically, is they break down those toxins. They help cleanse the body, and they're a cleansing agent. So with that, you want to make sure you're using glass or stainless steel, and that goes for when you're taking them, putting them in a water bottle, or you're taking them to just drink, or if you're one that likes to cook because you follow and see I love cooking and we're going to share some recipes with you, make sure you're not using plastic mixing bowls or measuring cups or things like that unless you've highly diluted them. All right, so go ahead and take a sip. I love that flavor. So anytime you travel, wild orange is a great one to put in some of the water because it's going to help cleanse the water and make it taste a little bit better. If your kiddos struggle with drinking their water, this is a great tip and trick for you to get them to drink some water because it's going to be a little bit flavored and it'll be more fun, especially to experiment with different flavors of oils. And again, we talked about how these are just great for focus and energy and calming you down. But again, for cooling your body down with the peppermint. And so it's going to help calm the tummy down. It's going to cool the body down internally. This is another great way to help get your oils into your bloodstream, into your system a lot faster than putting it on topically. If your kiddos don't like to taste the flavor or you don't like to taste the flavor, you can put them in this gel capsule like I mentioned and then take those. There is a certain age that you don't want to take those internally, and we don't recommend any other oils besides doTERRA's oils for internal use. And we'll talk about that tomorrow when we talk a little bit more about quality and if it matters. Because yes, quality of your oils does matter, especially if you're wanting to use them in all three ways to get the best benefits for you. And we'll post later today, probably this evening, a nice little chart for you to look at for adults and children on ideal recommendation amounts of how many oils to use on your skin or in the diffuser, throughout a 24-hour period, okay? Now, another way to use your oils internally is to put your oils into what we call our veggie caps. Okay, and you can put them in here. So if your kiddos don't like the flavor of the oils straight in the water, you could put your peppermint and wild orange in here and they can take it that way if they're comfortable with that and can swallow pills. If they're really little ones, the chart will let you know not to give it to them for internal use, but you can rub it on them topically. And the nice thing is, say you're needing something to help calm the tummy. A lot of us have that issue, or especially with our kiddos. You can take, your normal tummy medicine, and you usually have to wait so many hours, right? Well, or if you need something to help cool their body down, you have to wait so long to take something else, okay? With peppermint, the nice thing is you can reapply after 15 minutes. So if you're needing a little bit more, that's okay. You're not going to have those side effects as you would with those other over-the-counter type medications you might need. So these are great things to add into your arsenal, your tool at home to help you and your kiddos out in those times of year, because like I said, those germs come a-flying because we're all back together, even in work environments or at school. A lot of the seasons change and germs are shared and those bugs just wreak havoc on our bodies. The oils are very nice because they're going to help support your bodies and they're going to help be an aid and tool, like I said earlier, for you to have on hand, especially when it's the middle of the night and you need something to help calm their tummies down, okay? All right, so again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for trying these oils. If you have any questions, please feel free to, comment, post, reach out to any one of us. If you have not done the welcome post and posted and said who you are, where you're from, and who invited you and what you're most excited to try, please be sure to do that now after this video. And then also, if you are here and you are already a doTERRA team member, great, and you're wanting to learn more, be sure to still comment on that post. Share who you are, what your favorite oil is, and who first introduced you to doTERRA, okay? Tomorrow we're going to go more in depth of why doTERRA is the best company to go with and why we only recommend doTERRA to be used internally. We're going to cover more of that tomorrow, so be sure to watch for that. And if you are not sure about your notifications, I had posted something a little bit ago about notification settings. Make sure you do that. Make sure you check where you're at, because you don't want to miss out on any of our posts. So each day you're going to see a video, and then you're going to see a post about more information on your samples. So today was wild orange and peppermint. You're going to get a lot of little great tips and tricks, and you're going to see a recipe, one of my favorite recipes, and a back to school tip with these oils, okay? Now the next thing you're going to also see is we have our drawing entries. So each day we have a giveaway. Yes, a giveaway for some free products and free oils, and you don't want to miss those. So be sure to comment on those in the appropriate amount of time. The instructions should be there. Sometimes there'll be one question for you to answer. Sometimes there'll be multiple questions. Be sure to answer all of those. And then there will be times there'll be bonus entries for those drawings. Be sure to watch so you don't want to miss those notifications, because there's a lot of great goodies coming your way and a lot of great tips. So be sure to let us know if you have questions. We are so excited to have you here, and thank you for joining us. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye. I missed some things.